Hello guys, today I want to talk a little bit about the culture of selling yourself in order to get famous on Twitch. At the same time I want to talk about Twitch Facebook groups. I would highly suggest that if you're a starting Twitch streamer, you avoid these groups at all costs, unless your way of presenting yourself includes showing your tits and ass in order to advertise yourself. I am in a few groups and I find this quite distasteful. So I made a suggestion that how about we ban pictures of the group entirely? And I just got so much backlash for it. It's unbelievable. The normal excuses are honestly very logical. There are women stating that if you have the assets, why wouldn't you use them to advertise yourself? Or saying just things like sex sells. Which it does, but honestly, do you want people to visit you for your personality? Or do you want people to visit you for your tits? I suppose $1's $1, but at that point, you may as well be selling yourself on the street corner. If you're just gonna have a social media campaign of tee-hee, look at my body, then the viewer that you're gonna attract is there to just stare at your tits. Suppose some people are fine with that. I also got quite a lot of body shaming. A lot of people are saying, oh, you're acting like this because you have no tits. And people responding to me saying that you have internalized misogyny. And honestly, I find this bothersome on a whole different level. If you're a self-respecting person, you don't go nude to the public, do you? I mean, sure, nudity is alright, but you're dressing yourself up in lingerie in order to present yourself for an audience. I don't see how saying that you're using tits to sell your stream is internalized misogyny. Well, I have a C cup, so I do have tits. I sometimes show my tits. There are streams with me having my tits out. But apparently, according to these people, I don't know who told you, honey, that you have a C cup, but you do not have a C cup. Suppose this is a very disjointed video. What I was trying to say is that I have experienced such a wonderful community from Green Man Gaming's Discord, from like Fanatical's Discord, where people as streamers come together and they share opinions and they share talks about games and they talk about what they're passionate about. And I have never realized that this whole different page of people exists where they're just there to promote the way that they look. And that if you're talking about having a page where you cannot do that, then they get very offended about you. They also get very offended and they will actually ban you off the page if you call out that this is what they're doing. And some of the ways they promote yourself clash in such a horrible, horrible way. Such as there is a girl that wanted to talk about mental health. Which is fine, it's a good topic, it should be discussed. So she was all like, hey, you know, does anybody suffer from depression? Does anybody have suicidal thoughts? Does anybody suffer from anxiety? Here's my tits! Like, you just have a very serious conversation picture and then you just end with a picture of your tits. And I was just so confused because I am so not used to realizing that these people exist and that they exist in Facebook communities and that they get very defensive about being not allowed to show their bodies. And that there are just so many men who are admins that will defend this behavior, and whenever this behavior gets called out, they just go, "You're a misogynist. You're a misogynist and we do not need them. We do not need you here." And these men, it feels so gross because they like every woman's picture that has a lot of her in it. They will actively promote it and they will go, "Ah, baby, you're so sexy." And I don't know, it's just this behavior has shocked me so much that I decided to make this rant video that is going a bit nowhere. But essentially, I think the conclusion is, stay away from Facebook Twitch groups. Whatever audience you're gonna catch from there if you're a titty streamer is really not worth into getting yourself into this gross cesspool of people that are worshipping the body culture like it's something that we all should do, and if you don't do it, you're an internalized misogynist. What? And you can't call this out because obviously the admins love all of the tits on screen, and it felt like I entered a porn site, except that the porn site is self-aware, and when I go to a porn site, I want porn. And I have great respect for porn actors, so this is like it's a knockoff porn for kids. Oh god, that sounded really bad. I don't mean like they're actually selling porn to kids. This isn't pornography to children. It's just, it's PG porn. That's what I can describe it of. And if you're a starting streamer, you're better off seeking those supportive Discord places than going to a place of a lot of vain people just wanna sell their looks. Yeah, I think that was my point. I'm gonna end this video now because I have been completely rambling. So, top point, stay away from Facebook streaming groups. Unless you're that kind of person, then go to Facebook streaming groups. I mean, some men will leave you compliments and stuff.